Hey y'all, welcome back to Center Stage with Jake Majors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Orange Bloods Texas football YouTube channel. Spring practice is finally here. How does it feel, Jake?
Hold on. Let me lean up in my seat. So
Lean up in your seat. I'm gonna lean up in mine.
I'm pretty excited about it, as you can tell. First day back is always good, just getting all the jitters out because we've just been training the whole time. But it's good to see my teammates out there, doing what we love, building chemistry as always, getting the playbook down, and just bonding with the coaches because that's kind of what we signed up for, to be around those coaches and get critiqued and be the best we can be.
Now, I know spring just started today, so I want to cover winter just a little bit. Give me your overall assessment on how winter workouts went.
I think winter workouts went pretty well, considering what happened last year, going 5-7. Easily people can just not buy into another season because of they could just assume that this year is going to be just like last year. But I feel like guys really committed to changing the way things go around here, to changing the culture, which is, I'm sure people have said that's been the issue, and whether that's true or not, people are buying in, which is what I love to see, because I'm starting to become one of the older guys now and seeing younger guys buy in, like Cole Hudson and Justice Finkley, guys like that. Makes me excited because it knows that we're getting the right type of guys.
And there's kind of an unwritten rule about the O-line that it takes a couple years to really get your footing and just take off on the right track. Do you believe in that?
I think so, just because O-line is such a physically taxing sport as well as mentally.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to identify the defensive front as well as what is the secondary doing, and be able to perform a certain movement based on what they've aligned to, as well as giving your full effort / max force that you can produce on the person you're blocking to produce a productive play. So I feel like, it takes a couple years to develop that, because in high school, it was easy for me. I just blocked the guy in front of me. They made it simple in high school, but to college, it's way more complex. Y'all know Sark's offense. It's awesome to be a part of, but it's also like you got to know it or you're not going to perform well.
I really, just doing these interviews with you, I see how, in the 5-7 season, it really took a toll on you. Yeah. And seeing like, you were like, Serenity, I just couldn't hear the call. Another, fraction this, and I'm getting frustrated that. And now it's literally just like, the sky's the limit. I feel great. The team is good. How are you able to just get your spirits back?
I don't know. The past is the past. You can't change anything about it. All you can do is dictate the future. And that's kind of like the mindset I've had, throughout school and throughout life, just knowing that, I used to be really bad about it. I used to be bad about having to worry about the past, like, oh, what could I have done better?
Yeah.
It's already happened. I can't go back and change it. So at this point, I just have the mindset of whatever's happened has happened. Let's try and be better in the future. And also just like having guys around me who have the same mindset, because having that shared thought process allows me to remind myself, like, hey, if they feel the same way about what I'm feeling, then everything's gonna be all right.
And speaking about the guys, you have Andre and Junior to your left, Hayden and Christian to your right. Tell me about that. And just even how it was in winter workouts. I'm not sure if you guys were lifting together or what it was, but just tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, so all the O-linemen were lifting together, of course. I guess going by each guy, I would say Andre, he's really stepping up as a more vocal guy because he knows it's his time to shine. And being in the same class, it's good to see because he's like, I look at him, I kind of see him as a brother, even though we like to bicker at each other. I love him to death. So it's good to see him keep improving, as well as learn the playbook, because you can never get too familiar with the playbook. And I just saw his more determination this offseason than any other one, which was good. Junior, he's the old man now. He's doing good. He's just, he's always working on his body. I mean, we're kind of making an emphasis this year of the whole line, just keeping our bodies healthy because we know how physically taxing it is. So yeah, he's been up to that, but he's a meathead, so he likes to lift. So nothing's gonna stop him.
Right.
Me and Connor, probably one of the smartest guys on the team. Awesome to be around. We have the same sense of humor. He really kind of took a leadership role in the winter, which is cool to see because he's not the oldest guy, but he likes to lead, and that kind of motivates me to lead more too. And
Mhm.
I wouldn't say, oh, sorry about that. I wouldn't say he is a vocal leader, but also he leads by example, which is awesome to see.
Yeah.
And then Christian Jones, great guy. I love him. He had a good off season. I saw a lot more leadership characteristics from this off season. I felt like he realized that it's time to pick it up and make a difference around this place, which is always good to see.
What are some personal expectations you have for yourself this year?
Season wise,
Yeah.
well, my ultimate goal is to win the Joe Moore. They're not specifically about me, but it's about the whole line.
Yeah.
I would always love to win the Joe Moore because I feel like we have the talent, we have the capability. I just think we stand in our own way. And I mean, the Remington would always be cool. I know we always preach like team success equals individual success. So the Joe Moore happens, maybe the Remington will happen. But
Right.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But those are some goals / expectations I have, and also just to reduce the amount of pressures or like sacks I gave up last year because I can feel myself improving in the pass protection game,
Yeah.
which makes me feel good about it.
Yeah. And it is just day one.
Yeah.
So I know you might not have much, but the whole QB situation, Hudson Card, Quinn Ewers, even Malik Murphy, just how has that been? Have you guys gotten any drills in together? Anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, before every practice, we snap together. We kind of just talk to each other before practice, crack jokes, stuff like that. I mean, you can never get too close to someone who's going to be right behind you the whole time. So, like me, Logan Parr, Max Merrill, all the other centers, we just kind of chop it up with the QBs. Quinn's a good guy. I think I mentioned that before. He's really down to earth. I mean, you would think with all the hype around him, he'd have this big ego, but he's really a down to earth guy. And I don't see any like conflict between him and any other quarterbacks. They kind of just like have like a small brotherhood in the QB room, which is really cool.
Can you give us kind of like an inside, I guess you could say, scoop on the personality and practice styles of each QB?
Yeah, so you mentioned Malik. I haven't really seen him much just because of his injury that he's had. I don't know what's going on, but he should be back within the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Hudson, y'all know that he came in with the same class as me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty down to earth guy. He's pretty mellow, but when team activities start, like team good on good stuff like that, he knows how to lead. He's always voicing to the receivers, to us, to get set, have that tempo that Sark wants. Quinn, he's worked in with the ones as well. He kind of reminds me of Hudson. He doesn't really he's not like a raw guy, but he'll get on to you if he needs to, and he's also learning pretty fast compared to what I would think. Just because it's a pretty intense offense to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for O-line, it's pretty intense, but for QB, it's way more intense. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think he's done a great job taking care of the playbook and just being able to learn it pretty fast.
And we have some repeat guys coming back under Kyle Flood. How does that benefit the line as a whole?
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
So I mean, in terms of y'all are coming back for another year.
Yeah.
Same coach. So how does that benefit you guys?
I mean, of course, we already have that relationship that we built with him this past year. it just allows us to be more vulnerable with him because to have trust starts with vulnerability. And
Mm,
I feel like as an O line, we've been pretty vulnerable with him because we've known him for so long. He's kind of like a dad figure to us because we know he'll shoot us straight and tell us what we need to improve on and what we're doing well. So I feel like that trust that we built through vulnerability is going to help us this next season.
perfect. And just a little bit off of football before we close out. Any good eats lately, Jake? Any
Any,
good eats?
um, I have one. I totally forgot what it was called, but it was the Brunch with Biggs pizza place that we went to. It was a food truck pizza. I think it's called Samantero or Samantro.
Oh,
I'll have to
sorry.
I'll have to let y'all know. We'll have to put it in.
We'll fix it in when we're editing the video.
We'll have to put it in the title or something like that. I don't know, but it's this really good pizza food truck type place. Um, East Austin, I believe. I'm not too sure, but we went there for brunch with Biggs, and it was probably like a top 5 pizza place in Austin for me for sure.
Was it
So
the Detroit style that you put me on to, or it was just like regular pizza?
no, so it was more like the like hand toss slash oven top type of pizza where you just slide it in the oven. Yeah, it was
Okay.
good. I had
In a
like a
food
little.
truck.
I mean they're based out of New York is what I think.
Oh. Okay, so that's all you should have started with that. If they're based out of New York, I trust it.
Yeah. So there
Yeah.
you go. So that's my one food recommendation. Have fun with it. Enjoy.
I will. No, I'm actually gonna go now. Okay. Thank you, Jake. This was Center Stage with Jake Majors. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Orange Bloods Texas football YouTube channel.